Do you know we're being approached a lot lately about rehoming dogs and rescues?
Yeah, I didn't know that you were getting called about
I'm
that.
getting calls regularly now going, "Hi, I've just found these 2 dogs." I'm like, "Are you keeping them?" Like, "No, we need you to come get." I'm like, "No, we're a dog training company." They're like, "Oh, sorry."
I get why people would reach out, just like thinking, but like, I love dogs and I love helping people with dogs, but like we're in the training business. We're not in the rescue business,
No, we can't take them in. No, where are we going to put them?
yeah. And it's like, we have a couple rescue connections and stuff, but it's like,
I just give
most
them.
rescues are like too busy for their own good. I mean, just being honest, most rescues are like too busy for their own good or whatnot, you know? And so like a lot of rescues, will tell you to take it to the shelter or something like that. So.
Yeah, but when they're full, they don't take them. And that's why people are dumping.
Right.
Which is sad.
Oh, I had another one.
What?
The other day, I did this appointment. This was last Sunday. A girl found a puppy in a literal dumpster and then took the dog. Yeah, you talked to her. Took the dog out of the dumpster, and it was like, teeny like this,
tiny.
And then, so she still has the dog, of course, and now we're training the dog. And I hope it goes really good for her because
fed the little baby, didn't she?
She did. Yeah, but it's like, who does that?
Yeah.
Who does that? Which actually leads me to this because one of the notes I had on here was, God gave us these creatures to take care of them. And I think there's really only like one Bible verse that talks about animals or whatnot, or maybe there's more, but it's Proverbs 12:10. It says, a righteous man regards the life of his animal. There are different translations and stuff. Yeah, I think there's one that's like, a good man takes care of his animals and stuff like that or whatever. Let's see. Whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast. Let's see what the NIV says.
See, I was fascinated.
The righteous care for the needs of their animals.
Yeah, I was fascinated when you was talking about what's the biggest reason that dogs are, given to shelters, and the reason being housing. I didn't think that. I didn't pick
when did
that.
I talk about that?
It was one of the trivia questions you had. You did a question about why are dogs surrendered.
I don't remember anything I say.
Do you not?
No, it's a real problem.
Oh, so you can't remember about that huge pay rise you gave me last week?
This one right here. You told me that about a Christmas bonus. I was like,
did.
"Oh, I gave you a Christmas bonus." I'm like, "How much was it?"
I said, "I'm going to spend some of my Christmas bonus," and he was like, "What Christmas bonus?"
It's not unusual for me to do that. I just forgot that I did.
The one you gave me.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I didn't know I'd given it." I said, "Oh, you want it back?" It's like, "No."
It's an advance on her 7-year bonus.
That's what Elsie said. It's always an advance. But no, you asked a question. What's the main reason why dogs are surrendered to shelters?
I guess it's housing.
Housing. Yeah. And I didn't think it would be that.
Yeah. But like, who does that? Who puts a dog in a dumpster or whatnot?
I know.
And like even crazier, like, because there are crazy stories of like people putting their like human babies in dumpsters or whatnot. And it's like, your heart kind of goes out to like, I mean, clearly for the baby, like that's a terrible thing. But like also it would be so terrible to be in such a bad position in life that you're like, this baby has a better chance or this dog has a better chance of getting put in a literal dumpster than being with me. I mean, that's a terrible position for a human to be in, right? And so, and I don't want to sound too empathetic for people who put dogs or babies in dumpsters, but that does sound terrible to be in such a rough spot, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, come on. Putting a dog in a dumpster?
Yeah.
And it's like, and like this, verse says here, this is NIV, but like I said, Proverbs 12:10, the righteous care for the needs of their animals. And I guess if you're putting a dog in a dumpster, it's not your animal, but still the follow-up to that verse is, but the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel, and that's in the same verse. I only quoted half of it, but anyways, I don't know. I just, something that's been on my heart recently. It's like, God gave us these animals to take care of. And so it's like up to us to like take care of them or whatnot. And like, kind of what does that mean? And I guess it's, not much different than a human, right? Like we need shelter, food, water, clothes for humans. I suppose dogs don't really need clothes or whatnot, but like, they're not that difficult to take care of, like they're just not that difficult to take care of. And so, I don't know. It just makes me sad.
And they're not there for you to abuse either.
Yeah.
You know, just because they don't do something immediately that you want them to do or you dislike them, there's no reason to ill-treat them either.
Yeah.
I
Well,
bet
yeah,
that whoever
agreed.
dumped that little puppy in the trash, I bet they didn't expect it to be found. I bet they were thinking, yeah, just dump it there and it'll be taken wherever,
Yeah.
to the landfill.
But now it's kind of a blessing to
And
somebody else's
now
life.
it's,
Kind of a
yeah.
curse. her dog's really naughty.
Well,
but it's probably more of a net blessing than a net
let me tell you
negative,
about
but-
this fun conversation I had with somebody yesterday. And I said to her, I appreciated her honesty, but she's now left with it. Unfortunately, her husband passed and it was his dog. So it's now her dog. She doesn't want to rehome it because that just didn't feel right.
Right.
But she don't want to spend a lot of money training it.
Can't have both.
Yeah. But she was like, and it's this dog 7, and we were chatting away, and basically she said to me, well, I hope it don't live that long because then it won't be a
Jeez.
burden. But
That's dark.
I chuckled. I said, oh my gosh. I said, thank you for your honesty because at least I know where you're coming from. But she's not going with training with us.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of cheaper options out there. So hopefully she'll find somebody that'll help out.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, that was honesty, wasn't it?
Some people are a little too honest.
Oh, dear.
But anyways, yeah, God gave us dogs to take care of them. So take care of them, love them while they're here because, as
yeah.
we've been talking about, they
Yeah,
are not here
goes
long
too-
enough. They
goes
go
too
by
fast.
Yeah, a decade will go by in the blink of an eye.